Welcome viewers, welcome to the new lesson from Dr. Arts Biology. In this lesson, we are going to learn about how to remember the structures of monosaccharide easily. We will be discussing how to remember the aldose sugars structures easily in this particular lesson, and keto sugar we will be discussing in the next lesson. By going through this lesson, you will be permanently storing the structures of all aldose sugar in an easy way, and you will never forget if you are not revising it for 1 month also. So it's an easy way to remember all the structures of monosaccharides. So before going into that, if you did not subscribe my channel yet, you just subscribe it by clicking on the subscribe button and also click on the bell icon to receive notification on my new videos and also getting updated by regarding the content. So let us see how to remember these aldose monosaccharide structures. You can easily remember with the keyword ET-Raxel, Ol, Altered, Glumans, Gulgala and Idota. Are you confused with this? Nothing to worry. When we discuss this throughout this particular lesson, you will be easily remembering this keyword also. So nothing to worry. This particular keyword is meant for learning the structure of 1 triose sugar, 2 tetrose sugar, 4 pentose sugar, 8 hexose sugar and 1 heptose sugar. In addition to this, we will also learn how to identify epimers and how can we easily pick epimers of a particular monosaccharide from the given option. So these two concepts will be clear in you after covering this particular lesson. Before going into that, we should know what is meant by triose, tetrose, pentose, hexose, heptose, etc. The main difference in monosaccharide is nothing but the number of carbon. The basic carbon number or the minimum carbon number is 3 and maximum is 7. So three carbon containing monosaccharides are known as the triose sugar. So it will be having a 3 carbon chain. And if you are adding one more carbon, it will become tetrose. And if you are adding one more, it will become pentose. And if you are adding one more, it will become hexose and so on. So the carbon chain, the carbon will be added extra to form triose, tetrose, pentose, hexose, septose, etc. That is the basic difference only in the carbon number that form the triose, tetrose, etc. Now let us see what is our plan for learning this particular trick to remember the structures of monosaccharide. So we have to keep in mind the basic structure of monosaccharide, and in that monosaccharide, the carbon that we will not be considering to remember the structures. Okay, that means those carbon compound or those carbon and the distribution of valency around that carbon will be common for all types of monosaccharide. Therefore, we don't have to remember it. It will be automatically coming. So that 3 carbons are nothing but the first one, functional group carbon. And we know that the aldose functional group ECHO, it will be on the first position, and that carbon is the first carbon that we will be avoiding. We will not be considering because it is common for all monosaccharide. And the second one is the penultimate carbon, which is actually meant for the D and L isomers, because we know that there is D glucose and L glucose based on the distribution of OH, that is at the penultimate carbon. If OH is on the right side, it will be 1, and if OH is on the left side, it will be 1. So we will be discussing it later in a different video about the D and L isomers. And the last carbon, the ultimate carbon. These 3 carbons we will not be considering to remember the structures of different monosaccharides because it's common for all monosaccharide and there is no difference in that. Now, what is remaining there in the carbon compound in this particular monosaccharide after omitting these 3 carbon, that we will be considered. So in this particular figure, as I am giving a hexose sugar, there are 3 carbon left after removing the 3 carbon that we have discussed: functional group carbon, penultimate and ultimate. After these 3, there are remaining 3 carbon left in this particular compound. It will be varying among different monosaccharide, but here as we have taken hexose sugar, the 3 is there. So what we should consider for this 3 carbon? So we have to consider the distribution of hydrogen and hydroxyl group at these carbons. That is the only thing that we have to remember the structures of different aldose monosaccharides. Okay, so whether the hydrogen is there on the right or hydroxyl group is there on the right or left. So when we consider the right or left, we have to keep in mind that we are saying right or left depending upon or with respect to the molecule. Just like we can see here, this is the right side of the molecule. It may be the left side of us, but we are considering with respect to the molecule. So this is the right side of the molecule. And this one is the left side of the molecule. It can be right side of you, but we are considering with respect to the molecule. So based on the hydroxyl group or hydrogen is there on the right or left, we can easily remember all the monosaccharides. Okay. So let us see how many number of triose sugar is possible, how many number of tetrose sugar is possible, etc. based on the available free carbon that we have discussed in the previous slide. Okay. So let us consider the triose sugar. First, we have to remove the 3 carbon that we should not consider. So first one is the functional group carbon, second one is the penultimate carbon, and last one is the third carbon. So after removing all the 3, there is nothing left in the triose sugar. So how many number of triose sugar is possible? Only 1. Okay, because nothing is the remaining, therefore only 1 is possible. That means 2 raised to 0. Okay, 2 raised to 0. So 2 raised to 0 is a 1. So only 1 triose sugar is possible, aldotriose is possible, and that is nothing but glyceraldehyde. Okay, only 1 aldotriose is possible, and that is nothing but glyceraldehyde. Now let us consider the tetrose sugar. So tetrose sugar, after omitting functional group, penultimate and ultimate carbon, we have 1 carbon left. So 2 raised to 1, which is equal to 2. So 2 tetrose sugars are possible. Okay, so 2 aldotetrose is possible, and that is nothing but erythrose and triose. Okay, now let us consider the pentose sugar. So after omitting functional group, penultimate and ultimate carbon, we are having 2 carbons left. So 2 raised to 2, which is equal to 4. Therefore, 4 aldopentose is possible. 4 aldopentose is possible, and that is nothing but the keyword Raxel. So it is like this. So we'll be just considering in that way only. So we can just see here, if you are considering the hexo sugar, how many carbon will be possible left? The 3 is left. So 2 raised to 3, which is equal to 8. So 8 aldohexose is possible. Okay, now let us see how can we remember different one. So let us consider first one, the tetrose sugar only. So the glyceraldehyde is there. So you have to keep in mind the etiraxyl, how we can remember etiraxyl and what actually the etiraxyl or altered Glomans, Gulgala and Idota represent. Let us see in the just like the security, the first and last monosaccharide will be there. So first one is the glyceraldehyde, and last one is the pseudoheptose. Okay, you have to keep in mind that particular thing. Now let us see etiraxyl, or altered Glomans, Gulgala and Idota. So how? So erythrose is actually representing the E in ET, and triose is representing the T in ET. So there comes the ET. Now next one, Raxel is there. So ribose are representing the Raxel R, and arabinose A representing within the Raxel, and xylose X representing within the Raxel, and lixose L representing within the Raxel. So Raxel comes. So Raxel is nothing but ribose, arabinose, xylose, lixose. Now there comes the ol. Ol is nothing but allose. Next coming term is altered. So it is nothing but altrose. Altered altrose. Easy to remember. Now glucose and mannose, that comes under glumans. Okay. Eteraxyl all altered glucans. So glucans is nothing but glucose and mannose. Now glucose and galactose, which is representing Gulgala. So eteraxyl all altered glucans, Gulgala. And there comes idota. Idota is nothing but idos for ido and talos for the ta. So idota is nothing but idos and talos. There comes the end of eteraxyl all altered glucans, Gulgala and idota. So easy to remember. You have to remember because only one triose sugar is the glyceraldehyde. The remaining is the eteraxyl all altered glucans, Gulgala and idota. Then there is another security there, which is nothing but the first, the only choice of the heptose sugar, that is pseudoheptose. Okay, ET is representing erythrose and threose. Raxyl is representing ribose, arabinose, xylose and lixose. Ol is representing allose. Altered is representing altrose. Glucans is representing glucose and mannose. Gulgala is representing gulose and galactose. And idota is representing idos and talos. Okay, let us see the keyword now. So now let us see how to remember the structure and the epimers. So for the purpose, you have to remember the number code as well. You don't have to remember actually, but you should know what is the number code and how you will be. It will be easily, it can automatically, it will come. The number automatically will be coming because it is in the order only. ET, in that order only the number will be coming. So we have erythrose and threose in the ET, and the number code will be 0 and 2. Now let us see what is this 0 and 2 represents. So this 0 and 2 is nothing but, in case of erythrose, there is no hydroxyl group on left side of the carbon in concentration. That means we can see here in this particular, the carbon in concentration is this carbon, that is the second carbon. Okay, and the second carbon OH is on the left side only, no OH is there on the right side. So 0 OH on the right side. That is actually representing the 0. Okay. No carbon OH is on the right side. Now 2, what is meant by 2? We can see that in the second carbon, OH is on the right side. So that is what actually mean by the 2. So in case of the threose, the second carbon OH will be on the right side. Okay, so that's about erythrose and threose we can easily remember, because erythrose and threose we know it is tetrose. So we will be just representing 4 carbons. Then first carbon we know it is the functional group carbon. So we will be adding CHO. The penultimate carbon is nothing but CHOH. And the ultimate carbon will be definitely CH2OH for every monosaccharide. So remaining 1 carbon. So the code is 0 for erythrose, so no OH is on the right side. So we are just leaving OH on the left side of the molecule. In case of the threose, the code is 2. So we are just leaving the OH on the right side of the molecule at the second carbon. Now let us see this particular for the pentose sugar, Raxyl. So Raxyl code is also easy. R, first one 0. X, second one second. L, third one third. It's easy to remember. You don't have to remember it separately. It is in the order only. Raxyl R 0, X A second 2, X 3 3, and Lixose it will be common, so 2 and 3. So it will be going on like that. So let us see the structures. So here ribose, arabinose and Lixose, xylose and Lixose are there. You can find it in case of the ribose, no hydroxyl group on the considerable carbon is there on the right. Instead it is there always on the left. So 0 hydroxyl group on the right. Now in case of the arabinose, we can see that out of the 2 carbon in concentration, the second carbon OH is on the left. So arabinose 2. And in case of the xylose, the third carbon OH is on the right. So that's why the term 3. And in case of the Lixose, both second and third carbon is on the right side. So in that way it is easy to remember. Now let us consider the hexo sugar, we have 8 hexo sugar to be considered. So we are just considering in 4 by 4. So you can just see first for one, all altered Glumans Gulgala. Without looking into the code, you can just easily remember. All, the first one, 0. Altered, second one, second carbon on the left, on the right side. Okay, and then glucose, third one. The third will be on the right side. Now mans is in the fourth, so it will be 2, 3. Both second and third carbon OH on the right side. So it's easy to remember it because the number is in the order only, nothing to be confused. So in this we can see that allows all the 3 carbon which is in consideration, that OH is on the left side, no one is there on the right side. In case of the altrose, out of the 3 carbons, the second position carbon OH is on the right side. Now, in case of the glucose, out of the 3, the third carbon position of the OH is on the right side. And in case of the mannose, we can see that out of the 3 in consideration, second and third carbon OH is on the right side. Now, let us see the second set of hexose sugar. In case of the second set of hexose sugar, Gulgala and Idota. Don't look at the code now. You can just close your eyes and remember. Try to remember the code, number code. Okay. We have already covered up to 2, 3. So now let us see. Let's start from the 4. So Gulgala and Idota. Gul will be 4. Okay. Now after 4, what is the thing to be considered? You have to consider 3, 4 pair. 3, 4 should be the pair. Okay. Gul 3, Gul 4 and Gala 3, 4. Then Idota, the Ido will be 2, 4. Because there is no remaining carbon left, no free carbon left. So only up to 4 carbon, fourth carbon is there. So you have to consider the pairing now. So 2, 4. And what is Talos? Talos will be meaning for all the 3. So it will be 2, 3, 4. So in that way you have to remember. So let us see the structures. So in case of the glucose, you can see that the fourth carbon hydroxyl group is on the right side. In case of the galactose, we can see that third and fourth carbon hydroxyl group is on the right side. And in case of the idose, you can see that second and fourth carbon is on the fourth carbon OH is on the right side. And in case of the Talos, we can see that all the hydroxyl group, that means second, third and fourth carbon hydroxyl group is on the right side. Thus, in this way, it is easy to remember. Only thing is you have to represent the code along with the name. So, ET, that is the tetrose, in that 0, 2. Raxel, that is the pentose, in that 0, 2, 3, 2, 3. Then glumans, all altered glumans, all 0, altered 2, glu 3, mans 2, 3. Gul, Gala and Idota. Gul 4, Gala 3, 4, Ido 2, 4 and Ta, that is Talos 2, 3, 4. So it is the easy way to remember. You will never forget the structure of aldose monosaccharide. Again, the 16 monosaccharides are imprinted in you. Okay, nothing to worry. So let us see how to remember the epimers. For that purpose, we should know what is meant by the epimers. Epimers are nothing but the monosaccharide which differs in configuration only at the single carbon. Okay, other than the penultimate carbon. Okay, epimers are monosaccharides that differs in configuration at only single carbon atom other than the penultimate. Why we are considering penultimate separately? Because in case of the penultimate, we are already discussed it is actually meant for the D and L isomer of the same monosaccharide, just like D glucose and L glucose. Okay. So in that we can see that we will be considering only this particular thing after removing the non-considerable carbon, that is functional group carbon, penultimate carbon, and ultimate carbon. So what is happening? What is the difference among these three? So let us consider one question to remember how to check how to remember the epimers. So we are just having a question. Mannose is the epimer of dash epimer of glucose. The question is mean for which carbon is having difference? C2 epimer, C3 epimer, C4 epimer, or C5 epimer. So how can we consider this? So let us see. You have to remember mannose is there in the question. Now we have to go back to the keyword where this mannose exists in the keyword. We know that ET, Raxel, all altered, Glumans, Gulgala, and Idota. In that, all is the starting for the hexo sugar. So all altered glumans. So glumans. Okay, so mannose comes and glucose and mannose comes in glumans, and which is after all altered. Okay, so we know the number word all 0, altered 2, glucose 3, and mannose 2 3. Okay, so the question is which is the no, the mannose is the dash epimer of glucose. That is the question. So glucose and mannose comes under glucose and mannose comes under glumans, which comes after all altered, and the number code is nothing but 3 and 2 3. So where is the difference between mannose and glucose? We can see that the third carbon is okay for both. So difference is there in the second carbon. So we can find that a C2 epimer. So difference is there in the second carbon. Okay. So glucose third carbon OH is on the right side, and in case of the mannose second and third carbon OH is on the right side. Therefore the second carbon is difference. Okay, so that difference is there in the second carbon, and as a result we can see that the mannose and glucose are C2 epimers. Now let us see another type of question that will be coming in case of the epimers. C4 epimer of glucose is, that is the question. So if you are just getting this question, we have to keep in mind that we know from the previous slide itself, glue is actually representing the third carbon OH on the right side. The question is C4 epimer of glucose. So we want to see a particular monosaccharide whose hydroxyl group is there on the right side for third as well as fourth carbon. So there only the difference. So we are just going for checking which monosaccharide is having hydroxyl group on the right side at both third and fourth carbon. So we can just use the keyword, the same keyword we can just use it for. So glucose we know which is there in the 3% because from the term all altered glumans gulgala. Now what is coming after? Okay, let us completely see the keyword. So remember the keyword ET Raxel all altered. So E0 T2 just like that. Let us start from the hexo sugar itself. All 0 altered 2, glu 3, mannose 2 3, then gul 4, that means gulose 4, and gala 3 4. So we can see here the gala is having 3 4 where third and fourth carbon OH is on the right side of the molecule. So gala that represents the galactose is the monosaccharides that we are looking for. So galactose whose third and fourth carbons OH is on the right side is the C4 epimer of glucose. It's easy for you to answer these particular questions. Okay, so hope you enjoy this particular session. Don't forget, you just revise it. You can just consider any question. You prepare one question and try to find out the answer easily, or you can just look at the questions in CSIR paper or NEET questions for epimers, and you can just try to remember this using this keyword. It's easy for you. Just revise it 1 or 2 times. Once it is there in your brain, it will not be erased forever. And actually I was just teaching this for my PG and UG students so that they can learn it easily and they will never forget the structure of monosaccharides. Okay, if you did not forget, I'm just repeating. If you did not subscribe, I'm just repeating. Don't forget to subscribe this particular channel and click on the bell icon to receive notification. Also, you can just suggest the topic that I should cover in this particular lessons through my channel. So based on, you can just suggest it on the comment box, and you can just do it, and I will be just preparing your suggested lessons. Okay, thank you for listening, and thank you so much.